Alright, so this is a tutorial on how to play Comfortably Numb on piano. You could look at either the piano chords and sheet that has the standard notation, or you could look at the chord sheet, which has kind of the strum pattern for guitar and ukulele. So in terms of rhythm, the piano is almost always whole notes, so really you just have to get the chords and the correct voicing down. So the chord at the very beginning, the B minor chord, I'll start with my right hand, and in the right hand you want to play B, C sharp, D, and F sharp. So you have those four notes, and that creates this kind of sustained sound, and then you can, that being the sustained sound, you can add B in your left hand, and then in terms of rhythm at the beginning, you can mimic kind of that bass part that happens. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the verse, right? So that first chord, that B chord, whenever you can grab that C sharp to add to the B minor, it really adds the flavor and makes it like the song sounds like. The next chord, you're just moving down to an A major chord. So A, C sharp, and E, then G major, G, B, and D, and then a G over F sharp. So I'm just going to move the bass note to F sharp. So same chord, but just changing the bass note because it's really a passing chord going to E minor and then back to B minor. Again, if you can add that C sharp, but probably as you're going you can just play a regular chord. So the first four measures of that verse, and this is really 90, 70, 60% of the song, is going to be B, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, F, E, 2, B, 2, 3, 4. And then in the verse, that's repeated a total of 3 times in the first verse. In the second verse, it's only repeated, I believe, twice. Yeah, so the second verse is not as long. In chorus 1, we're alternating between D and A and C and G. So we've already gone over an A chord. We haven't had a D chord yet. So we're starting here on D, D, F sharp, and A. And if you want to play that little arpeggiation thing that happens, it's really just based off of a D chord. So you're going A, F sharp, E, D, A, F sharp, E, D. And then when you switch to the A chord, same idea. E, C sharp, B, A. Is just C, E, G, and that little thing is G, E, D, C, and then when you switch to the G chord, you're using an inversion of G. You're using B in the bottom, D and G, and then the arpeggiation is G, D, C, B. So anyways, what happens in the chorus is we go D, A, D, A, C, G, C, G, D, A, D, A, C, G, C, G, and then A, and then we get into that I have become comfortably numb. So that part is I have become comfortably numb. So we have A, 2, 3, 4, E. That's a B chord on the 1 E of 4. So you go 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 B minor, C, 2, G, 2, D, 2, 3, and then the solo. It's basically repeating what you had in the chorus, but only once instead of twice. And then we're back into the verse, and then we're back into the chorus. So there's basically two major parts of this song. You have the verse chord progression, and then you have the chorus chord progression, which is used for the solos, and then the solo at the end uses the verse chord progression. So now I'm just going to put the music on and play through the entire song.